Keeping track of which devices are connected to your network and what IP addresses they're using is important for maintaining security, performance, and control of your network environment. IP device tracking, IPDT, is a feature that keeps track for you. IPDT creates a database that maps IP addresses to MAC addresses. This means you can easily see what's connected to your network and manage those devices more effectively. This helpful feature is available on Catalyst 1300 switches, starting with firmware version 4.1.6. If you're using Cisco Identity Services Engine, ISE, IPDT takes things to the next level. It works alongside ISE to dynamically apply security rules based on the devices connected to your network. It can be configured through the Graphical User Interface, GUI, or via the Command Line Interface, CLI. I'll explain both. In this first of a two-part episode of Cisco Tech Talk, I'll explain how to set up IPDT on your Catalyst 1300 switch. Next. By default, IPDT is disabled. There are two ways to enable it on an interface. If you enable 802.1x, IPDT is automatically activated. However, it is recommended that you set it up manually instead. I'll explain why. IPDT can track up to 65,535 devices on each interface by default, but the actual database only supports 1,024 entries in total. If the database gets full, new devices can't be added to the database, but they can still join the network and its traffic will be forwarded. You are notified when this happens with a syslog warning and an SNMP trap. When devices are on your network and not in the database, you don't have visibility into them. This makes it harder to troubleshoot issues, keep up with security audits, and meet compliance requirements. To prevent this problem, you manually enable IPDT by setting the maximum number of devices, or hosts, that can be tracked on an interface. A couple of quick tips to keep in mind. Be sure to set the maximum hosts on an interface to a number higher than 0. Otherwise, it will completely disable IPDT, even if 802.1x is enabled on that interface. In addition, IPDT relies on existing features like ARP snooping and DHCP snooping to detect packets and gather device information. Make sure you have these features enabled in your switch settings. Great, the stage is set. Click the link in the description for part 2, where I'll show you the configurations for IPDT. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.